Hello and welcome. I'm so excited to be here with you guys for number 3. This is the third podcast so far. So excited to be here with you. Like I said, so if you are here, please like this video, comment, feel free to share it if it resonates with you. And yeah, subscribe to the channel also if it resonates with you. So, this is a interesting subject. I waited a little longer to come on with this one because of definitely a lot moving through. And before I want to share things with you, I definitely want to integrate things and be clear in my message and what I want to share about the new way, which is a way of moving through what we're experiencing here in this lifetime on this planet. It is quite powerful and it can be quite challenging, which definitely felt some of that this weekend. And I want to help us all learn how to move through things and be in a place of self-love and ease, grace, neutrality in a loving way. And like I said, it really starts with yourself, but then as well as being able to do that for the people around you as well. And sometimes that means moving away from people and not staying in something that is not serving you. So that's a reminder as well. So this song kept coming up at the beginning of the week. The lyrics from a song, and it was "Step into the light. Your eyes are open wide." And I love this, and I'm saying this at the beginning because this feels like what many of us are experiencing in moments here when we are not in the resistance, when we're not in those painful places of suffering within ourselves, when it's like it's part of the way, I guess, to speak, is to just be open and be receptive and in an intuitive way feeling beyond what we're in. So that being said, I wanted to talk about living in a way in which we're expanding and learning to move through things and not being stuck and so stagnant and looping through old habits, old cycles, old ways of being. So we want to be, what I'm going to be talking about today is how we're moving past things that are holding you back. They're not serving you. They're keeping you small. So we have these, I talked a lot about the body, right? And feeling into the body. There is so many energies that we are connected to that is, part of who you are and your experience, your fractal of creation, source, God, whatever you want to call it, that is coming through you. The part of you that transcends this place, that is not this body, it's not the habits, it's not the feelings, it's not the identities, being a mom, being a teacher, being whatever it is, a daughter, a significant other, whatever it is, all those things we we experience and we're a part of here, but it's not. I'm talking about moving like even beyond that and paying attention to the energies that are connecting into you in this place. And I've mentioned it in the past podcast, and I will continue to mention it because some things are important to repeat and say again. Um, it feels like we need to hear it at different times. So, for instance, there's what's going on in this physical body, and it could do with your physical makeup and what you inherited from the generations before you. It could be and that's the physical body part, but there's also the behaviors and the learning that we got from the families that we were brought up within, or if we don't have a family that we were brought up within, that also shapes who you are. And your experiences growing up in school, in society, in communities that you're a part of, whether it's your baseball team that you were on as a kid, or the church that you went to, or there's so many different communities in our experiences throughout this life. So some are meaningful in a wonderful, positive way and make us who we are, but there's also things that we've learned and that's been programmed into us that aren't serving us in this time in our lifetime. We're ready to expand into more. So these are the things I'm going to talk about, and the resistance that we have within us that's holding you back. So we want to learn how to be an open receiver. And there's this resistance to, like, we have this idea, like, this is what I want, or this is what I desire. This is how I would like my life to be moving forward. But if we are not in resonance with that within yourself, if you're not matching your thoughts and your feelings to it, then you're sort of unconsciously creating things that are trying to show you the pattern and the cycles that you're stuck in and that you're ready to be moved past. But if you don't move past them, you're just looping, you're just staying in it over and over again. So it's important to pay attention to your resonance, pay attention to your thoughts, pay attention to your feelings. And the important thing about that is within these bodies is they are very intertwined. And I was actually recognizing this quite a bit this weekend, that, there was distortion within myself. I could feel distortion in other people and the interacting, mostly energetically, actually. I feel things very energetically. Most of us, there's a lot of us that are very sensitive. You may call it empaths, whatever you want to name it. But connecting into those energies is actually a natural or an organic part of who you are and what you are. So I'm trying to help you guys feel into their body first to recognize these things. And as you start seeing how everything interconnects and attaches within yourself, and then see how the space outside of you is reorganizing to your thoughts, to your feelings, to your way of being, how you're living. And we can choose, do we want that to be unconscious and continue looping through things? Or would we rather figure out how to let go of a lot of the controlling behaviors with things we're holding on to within ourselves that are actually holding us back, that are keeping us small, that are not allowing us to move in a way that is with ease, grace, love, um, neutrality. It's a path of keeping yourself within suffering, that we have this habit that we've lived in for many years. So it's hard. It's really hard. And when I say many years, it's not just this lifetime. It's our experiences even beyond that, in all time space around us. So while what's going on in this lifetime for you right now is of a lot of importance and the most important for how you move through, there are so many different energies and aspects of you that are changing and expanding and growing all together at once. So it's an interesting in unentangling, I'm making up that word, I think, of energies in this reality time space, plus possibly other ones. But the only way through this is to get to know yourself and to know your energy and to tap into your intuition, your inner knowing, and also at the same time learning how to release those things that are in resistance within yourself, those things that are keeping you stuck, um, the things that are holding you back, the things that are keeping you small, and often keeping you from living the life that you truly want to live here. And you can. There is a freedom once you realize your power, your sovereignty. You get to know yourself on a deeper level. And as you're doing this, it's not a process where one day all of a sudden you're like, oh, I know who I am and I know how to do this. I know how to move through this. It's evolving. It's a interconnection of energies that keep showing you new pieces of yourself, and new, it's almost like a puzzle or a mystery that we're like sort of opening and unraveling and solving as we go. But there's a way to be moving through it. So this is what I'm talking about here in these podcasts, is how do we move through this? How do we release these things that are holding us back in resistance? And I was feeling a lot of resistance. I mean, there's constant resistance, right? Like there's always new layers of things. It's sort of like peeling the onion, right? You get to know yourself more and more, but it seems like there's always a little more that you can know, or there's more unraveling within you as you go. So another thing I wanted to bring up is the self responsibility in this, because if you are not aware, if you are not conscious to these looping patterns, to the feelings, to the thoughts that are keeping you stuck, that are blocking you from living a more expansive life, living in love, neutrality, peace, and joy. And I'm not saying that you're meant to just be joyful all the time. We know better than that living in this place, but there is a way through, even when you're going through something difficult, to go through it with, like I said, ease, grace, love. So, there is a way through it. And this is the way I'm speaking to here. So I was talking about taking responsibility. A lot of times in this place, we want to look at people, situations that are happening in our lives that we want to blame. We want to say, well, if this didn't happen, then this wouldn't have happened. When you're in that, you are unconsciously creating more of those experiences. So there's a way to recognize and remember that you came here for this experience, and now it's time for me to take back um, the reins, control the steering wheel, stop the unconscious looping, and recognize, hey, what am I feeling? What am I thinking? Is this what I want more of? If it's not, then most likely you want to go drop into your heart space, drop into the love, drop into the gratitude of there's always things to be grateful for. And I'm not saying it's easy, but it's a practice of doing this over and over, and things get easier. I say to a bunch of my friends, I'm like, oh, I'm so thankful I know how to move through this. I know where to put this in my consciousness, because it's so true. There's a place of stepping outside of this reality, this body, this experience, and remembering your transcendence and remembering the love and who you truly are, the neutrality, the expansion. Um, so when you notice what's coming up and there's this resistance, there's these feelings and thoughts that aren't serving you, you get to choose. Do you want to shift it, or do you want to stay in that and continue forward in that cycle of your life? Or do you want to choose something different? It's like this continuous recognition and clearing what's not serving you. It's a purification of your thoughts and your feelings. It's a continuous cycle and habits, thoughts, feelings, habits. So that being said, noticing those, but then what can we do? Okay, go to the things you enjoy. Go to the things you love. If you are, don't stay stuck in those thoughts and that pattern. You need to switch up and do something different. Pick something different, do something different, do something you enjoy. What do you enjoy? Do you enjoy going to get a coffee with your friend? Go do it. Do you enjoy walking in the woods? Go do it. Do you enjoy exercising? Do you enjoy going to do yoga? Do you enjoy creating music? Do you enjoy drawing a picture? Do you enjoy writing in your journal? Do you enjoy writing poetry? What is it? What creative thing can you do that brings you back to your center, to your heart space, to your love of who you are and this experience in this lifetime? Those things that you bring you joy usually, or your passions in life, are usually going to take you to your expansion. They're going to move you past and help you notice what's coming up within you and move past it. It's when we stay in resistance, when we stay stuck, when we don't pay attention to all those things that we've put in our little box of things that are too hard to deal with. When we just keep building that up, just notice it. If something comes out of the box, okay, fine. Send it some love and love yourself through it. Love the people through it that are also bringing up things within you. Always bring it back to you and recognize, what is it bringing up within you? What is going on? And take responsibility for it. And then let's go out and create things that we enjoy. Let's go do things that we love. Let's treat ourselves. Let's be in a place where we take care of ourselves over and over and over again. So, one other thing I wanted to bring up. So I was having this journaling moment, and I was writing the word belief down. And probably a lot of us have heard, how you can take words and their meanings and get information from them. So be life, right? And so a belief many of us associate with being a lie. Okay, that's interesting. But when I was journaling, I wrote be life. That's how I mean, not on purpose. It just like came out, I was just writing fast and it came out. Be life. So this reminded me of the be lie thing where it talks about a belief being a lie. But there's another way to flip that and change our perspective, just like what I'm talking about here. There's always a way to put things within your consciousness that flip them and change the perspective. So I thought that was really interesting. So when be life, our thoughts and our feelings, they come together and they make these beliefs within ourselves. Even if you are not consciously aware of them, we all have these beliefs that are then creating what's going on in our lives. So, do we want to be the lie? Or do we want to recognize the lie or the what's false in our life or what's not true, that we know in this reality time space there is a lot of falseness, there is a lot of implanted information, implanted ways of being. And this reminds me also of pay attention to what you're putting your focus on. Are you focusing on all these stories outside of you that are expanding you, or are they contracting you, or are they uh, taking you into a place of distraction? So there's a lot going on within the lie, within the falseness of this place that will pull you in and take your energy. And along with a lot of other people, you're creating something by putting your energy into it. So pay attention to what you watch, to what you listen to. And if things come up that don't feel right to you, remember where to put them in your consciousness, and don't let that energy attach into you and take you into creating something that you definitely don't want to align with if you were consciously thinking about it, if you were consciously aware. So I just wanted to say that a lot of the things out there that are going on and the sensationalism and whatnot, just pay attention. Pay attention to that. So to finish this off, I just wanted to bring up, do things you enjoy. Pay attention to what's going on within you and just place things within your consciousness in such a way that you're in love of yourself, giving yourself grace no matter what you're going through. It's okay. Being a little bit of release and less of that overthinking, mind control. I told you last time, pay attention to where control comes up within yourself and within your life around you. Pay attention to that, because that's letting you know information about energies that are coming in that are trying to move you in a direction that you may be unconsciously creating something and an experience in your life and within yourself that ultimately is not for your highest good, not for what feels the best for us. that's going to expand you into more. It's either a diversion that's keeping you stuck, or it could be something that's contracting you, controlling you, and holding you back. So just pay attention to those things. And be in gratitude. Be in your heart space. Remembering to breathe into that space and kind of like letting no thought be there. No, just love and grace and peace within yourself. So I think I've hit all the important stuff here. Let's see. Yeah. For now, that's where we're going to stop. All right. I love you guys so much. I hope this helped you. I hope this brought some nuggets into your life that will help you, and there will be more. Okay, so this is number 3, and I really appreciate you. If you're here, please like, comment, share if you feel resonant, and subscribe. This is going to be a fun journey, so I look forward to the next one with you guys. I'll see you soon. Bye.